And welcome back. Hey, how's it going, Julia?
Hello.
You're about to turn around and check your phone, but little did you know I didn't even stop recording.
No.
It's a secret. Don't tell anybody. This is how everybody on YouTube does it. They record for like hours on edge, and all
It's
they
like
do is
like
just.
those network channels that are like, and then you add the eggs to the cake and you put it in the oven, and look, I have another cake already made.
Yeah, well, those ones at least they don't tell you that. No, I mean at least they tell you that like, hey, like we're gonna have to wait for this to cool for 4 hours. But since we don't have 4 hours, I got another cake that was just cooling, just happened to be here.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
love that. As a kid, I was so amazed. I didn't know how they did it.
You must have been a very simple child. All right, so this is game two. Lourence is up on games now, 1-0, and I think this is actually his first turn. He started Zekrom, so we have yet another attacker that we didn't even see last time, and that's probably what the Eviolite was for. He's got Zekrom, he's got Dynamo, and I think that is Durant up front? No. It's probably a Klink. I can't even tell.
It's not a Klink because it has 2 attacks, and Klink only has Smash
Oh,
Turn.
really? I think I thought I saw only one attack. So maybe it is.
The Durant, yeah.
Okay, so this is Durant and got 2 Klinks on his bench, and he's already pulled out at least once. I'm just gonna laugh every single time I say that. I'm such a bad person.
Oh, there we go. His shadow showed the Durant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that art for the Durant, or do you like the
I
Devour?
like the art.
The Devour one is just so classic now.
I know, it is. It's just, you see it and you get scared. And that's
Right,
the
right.
part.
Nothing puts the fear in you more than seeing that Devour Durant.
Oh yeah. Especially when it comes out later in the game and you're like, wait, what?
Why would you do
No.
such a thing? But I think Durant, the thing that hurt Durant the most is the fact that you can't get anything out of your prizes. Right? If one of your
You can, I mean...
if one of your
you
Durants is
can't
prized, you're going to be milling at like 25% less efficiency than you normally
Yeah.
would be. So that's the biggest thing for me that killed Durant. That and losing the Twins engine. Twins engine was so nice.
Well, you can just put town map down and then just try and kill something and get your Durant, but...
Oh, you know what's the funny thing about Town Map? There was at least 3 people playing Town Map in the
Yeah.
Swiss, and every time they played Town Map, they would say it really loud. All right, I'm gonna play Town Map, and everyone would look at them, and they'll just like flip over all their cards. One game was between 2 people playing Town Map, and I walked by. I'm like, what's going on here? Why are these cards turned over? Where are their prizes? Oh, Town Map.
Yeah.
Why would anybody do that? Ugh. It's very confusing when they play Town Map.
Yeah. But it's so entertaining.
It's entertaining when they're shouting Town Map.
I know, right? Oh.
And they weren't even part of the same team or anything. It's just like one guy was doing it, and then everybody else who played it just started doing it as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's that's the thing to Pokemon too. If someone starts doing something fun, like usually everyone else just catches on so fast. It just becomes a thing. Oh, I love stuff like that. So funny.
Alright, so Lourence is going to he got his Emolga down, and he's gonna Ultra Ball. Oh, this card's an Eel and a Baby Ray?
Ooh.
Well,
I have to assume that he's got some pretty darn good cards in his hands then.
Yeah, that goes for a
So he has
third
this
tiny.
broad in hand too, though. Whereas, so those cards would be better to discard versus something else possible.
I guess, but those are pretty big cards though.
Yeah.
You need your Eels, and you need that Baby Ray.
And even then, it's kind of nice to save your Super Rods for your Victini more than anything, especially in this kind of matchup.
He's gonna
It's
switch.
tough to keep decks, so.
He's gonna switch, play down that Professor Jennifer.
Yeah.
I actually,
Right. Yeah.
I got my Professor Junipers in the mail just before the tournament too. So I got extra shiny ones now. Oh my gosh! Did you know English cards in Japan sell for like ridiculous amounts?
Really?
Yeah, we were in Japan. Bless you. And we went to a card shop to buy singles, and you know, like the tin promo Mewtwo and the tin promo Darkrai,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
selling for like equivalent of $45 there
What?
each one. So I'm like, I could have brought like a tin promo there that cost me
Yeah.
$12 plus
They're
I
like,
get
I'll
extra
sell you
cards.
this for $25. Deal.
Yeah, right? Oh my god, it was ridiculous. And like they can't even play it there, you know, technically. They can't even
Yeah.
play that card, but they just want it in English form. I guess because it's a different art too.
Yeah.
That might make
well,
it
that's the thing. I mean, here I don't think the Japanese ones are that expensive, though, are they?
No, people are very practical here. They're like, I can't play
Yeah.
it, I don't want it.
That's what I thought. I was like, 'cause I don't think most people are like, yeah, I want the Japanese one. Awesome. They're more like, oh wait, I can't play that. I don't.
Collectors are few and far between
Yeah.
of the Pokemon variety, anyways. You get the really, really hardcore ones for sure, but yeah, otherwise not too much. So the Amoga lives, gets the Sky Arrow down. I wonder if he's going to call for family. I can't help but think that Ryan's just holding on to his catcher and just waiting for the Victini to come down so he can just kill it.
Yeah.
So he's going to catcher up the Klang, sorry, it's stage 1. And yeah, I'm really... I haven't built myself a Klinklang. I understand Klinklang. I love Klinklang. I've played the other Klinklang before, but the lines are kind of weird. I know they play a lot of Klangs in the decks usually. It's something like 4-2-2-2 or 4-2-3-1 or something like that.
Really? Oh, because the lists that I built anyways and the lists that I've seen usually run 1.
Yeah, like, so like 4-1-2-2 or 4-1-3-1.
Usually 4-1-2-2, yeah.
Yeah. When we say 4-1-2-2, we're saying 2 Plasma Klinklangs and 2 Shift Gear Klinklangs. Yeah. So it's like the way people write their list will be like 4-1-2/2, not dash.
But the thing is too, I guess it also depends. I mean, how many rare candies he runs, that kind of stuff too, how many spells, things like that. It can all kind of alter like how valuable having clangs are.
You know what I just decided? This game needs stage 3 Pokemon. I was gonna say stage 4, but then I realized that we haven't got to stage 3 yet. We need stage 3 Pokemon.
They would never be playable ever.
No. They'll be super playable because you can go from basic to stage 3.
Oh. Wait, you mean like we're gonna have some kind of like super rare candy?
Sure, yeah. You could super rare candy your Pokemon to stage 3, and it'll be like level X's.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Did he just play down his hand? Was that a Juniper or was that an Ultra Ball and a Heavy Ball? He looked through his deck, so that's what I'm guessing it was.
Yeah, it was something or another.
Yeah, because there's 2 cards, an Ultra Ball and a Heavy Ball, and he's looking, so I'm assuming that's what's going on here.
Either that or he's just cheating out of his face.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm just going to take a look at my deck.
Alright, I'm going to play Juniper. I'm just going to look through my deck and grab a couple cards, if you don't mind.
I've done that before, kind of by accident, because I was planning on calling for family, but I didn't say anything, and I just picked up my deck, and I was like, yeah, call for family.
You know what's the most common thing I saw? Was people would play Juniper, draw their 7, place it back down the deck, and go cut. And the guy's like, I don't think I need to cut because you only just straight drew out of your deck. He's like, right. That happens several times. You can tell people were getting tired at that time.
Yeah. It's true though, because I mean it's the only card that you pretty much straight draw. Well, that and Bianca, but.
Charon.
Oh yeah, I forget about Charon. I forget about it.
How do you forget about Charon? Charon's so good.
Yeah, but I don't know. I Bianca all the time, so
yeah,
I don't really.
I still don't really like Bianca that much.
Decks, it's good.
I Bianca for 3 or 2 usually. That's what I always end up with. I rarely ever get 4 or 5 or even 6, man.
I'm like always Biancaing for 5. I get annoyed. I always want that 6th card, but I always Bianca.
How can I get rid of this card?
The only time I Bianca for less is if I have another supporter in hand I'm going to use next turn anyways. And that was a heads.
Yeah, that was a heads.
And he takes... Oh no! What is that? Oh, that's
he gets energy.
That's Klang's attack. That's right. I thought it was Durant for a second.
Yeah. So he does 20 damage, and if you flip heads, you get an energy out of your discard pile onto that. So if you get a shift gear Klinklang, you can move those energies off to somewhere else. And I think he's hoping to get at least 1 use out of it. But Lourence is going to attach energy from hand, and I think he might Dynamotor, and then he'll be able to kill it, and that'll get rid of all those energies anyways.
Does he have energy in the discard though?
I don't know. There's a Colress. So he's gonna draw 7 cards here. That's really good. You know, I wish you could play. I wish Colress wasn't so bad in the start of a game, so you can play so many more of it.
I wish it was like set so it's like, you know, for every bench Pokemon or something, minimum of 4 cards or something. You know, that would make it like a lot.
Or something like draw 3 plus 1 for every, you know, every 2 Pokemon's down.
Make it OP. Draw like you could deck yourself out, which is like
no. It'll be like, okay, so like shuffle your hand, draw 3 cards plus 1 for every 2 Pokemon in play. Well, that roughly gets you around the same number, right?
Yeah.
I think 10 divided by 2 is 5, so that gets you 8 max. as opposed to getting 10 max. But
I don't think that would change the effectiveness of the card much. Not many people are going to be playing games where both people have full benches exactly at 10, right?
Mm-hmm. As I mentioned before, both the players like to play at a very steady pace.
Yeah. So there are moments of...
There are moments where they're thinking very hard, and actually BDA is a lot like that too. BDA's deck kind of requires you to think really, really hard, and we'll see that later on as we check out the other matches. So he's going to pass here. He didn't get an energy and discard, so he couldn't use his Zekrom to attack. And that might be bad because here comes the Ultra Ball, so he can get his Klinklang. So let's see which one he's going to grab here. At this point, would you say Plasma Klinklang or Shift Gear? It's a Plasma Klinklang. we skipped ahead there.
He doesn't have any energy in his discard. So, I mean, you're not really that big of a threat for EXs at this point. He does have another Clank on his bench too, but maybe he is able to get both. Who knows? Maybe
or maybe he's running 4-1-3-1 and his one Shift Gear Klinklang is prized again.
Yeah, totally possible. Although for me personally, and then again, you know, I'm not like, you know, crazy good, but the thing is that I probably would have taken the Shift Gear at this point simply just because I don't know.
I think it's prized.
I don't know which attack is better though. To be honest, I can't remember. Whichever one was better is probably what I'm thinking about.
It's gonna get a roll here and hits heads, so he does a snipe damage as well.
But see, actually the other reason that I would have taken the Shift Gear is because when Zekrom does come up and does that 120, you can just move it off max potion.
Right. Right. And I think he's running 4-1-3-1, and I think it's prized because all signs point to using that. Well, but the other thing is that on his bench is not Cobalion EX; it's just regular Cobalion.
Yeah. Regular
Cobalion only has 120 HP, and it can be one-shotted by the Zekrom. And I don't think he runs Eviolite in his deck, so he can't safeguard his Cobalion that much. And there's no special metal in format right now, which kind of sucks as well. Although having special dark in the format would actually make, you know, Darkrai just much more crazier. Can you imagine a Darkrai that can hit for like 140 and you can have lasers?
Oh, don't. And Dark Claw and everything?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Dark Claw plus 3 special darks would just be ridiculous. Alright, so here comes the V Create. I think he's gonna kill.
He can't.
He needs one more Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he needs an energy in it. Oh, actually, there is an energy right there.
Yeah, he Ultra Ball it away. Okay. That's why he's Styled for it. There we are.
Ray. So many Pokemans.
Rayquazas are so useful as bench filler.
It's like, put me in, coach. I can do it. And it's like, no, Ray. We're going to let somebody else try today.
And that was nice. That just got rid of his whole energy pool right there.
Well, it also removed the problem Klinklang, which prevented his EX from attacking. Exactly. So the Ray EX actually can be put in. Because like, come on, coach, now's my time.
So it's near the end, you know, it's 1 point.
Yeah. I was like, all right, go and just have some fun. Just like normal bench warmers, like the game is either like completely won or completely lost, and like, okay, guys, go on, have fun, kind of thing.
Rayquaza goes up, captures up 1 Clink with 1 energy on it. Boom! Last prize.
And it's like, yeah, guess what? Who won the game? It was me.
Yeah, and see, that's actually the one other thing about him not having any EXs on the bench right now. I'm sorry, who's playing Klinklang? Did you say Ryan?
Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan, yeah. So he doesn't have any EXs, which actually is kind of working in his favor a little bit right now, just because he's a bit of a disadvantage with the Victini there until he can kill it, and he's only giving up a prize of Pokemon.
Right, so he has time to set up again.
Yeah. Time to make something work.
He's going to switch over for the Durant. Is he going to try rolling again?
I think he is, yeah.
1 Tails.
Ooh.
That's already not enough. Oh, is it flip until you get Tails?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, I hate attacks like that because 1 Tails can completely screw you. I think one time I was playing Iron Tail Raichu for fun.
Oh.
It's 1 energy, flip until you get Tails, do 30 damage for every tail. 1 colorless energy, and I think I flipped like 12 heads in a row to kill a big ass Pokemon and go, that's it? 12 hits in a row, 360 damage, what's up? It's like, what do you say against that, you know?
Yeah.
Just gotta flip well. Alright, so he does 120 and does 40 damage to himself because that's how electric Pokemons used to work. Back in the good old days, they used to hurt themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a Tropical Seal. He does run a Stadium, and that's really big because Lourence had already Ultra Balled away his other Sky Arrow, thinking that there was no thing. So that actually makes it really hard for Lourence to do any free retreat shenanigans because his Emolga's also dead.
And that was interesting that he chose to promote Zekrom as well instead of the Victini. I mean, I understand the choice. That also gives him another option too. So as the Victini gets captured up, the Zekrom technically will be able to hit for 60 if he needs to take out, you know, a Klink or something to take another prize.
Well, I mean, the only thing that can attack for Ryan would be the Cobalion, and Cobalion will be one-shot, like I said before. He uses Pull Out again, I think. No, actually, he just passed. He had no attacks at all. So there's the Eviolite going down.
Catcher. He's a catcher.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, he just hit it, but.
I think he's just gonna outrage, and do 60.
He was telling him about Tropical Beach.
No, I think Ryan passed his turn when he could have Tropical Beach.
Oh, so he was. Oh, yeah.
And so he's asking if it's okay, and then they looked at me at that point, and I'm saying, it's not my decision. It's your opponent's decision whether they want to let you do it or not. And then Lourence goes like, well, it's top cut. And then Ryan's like, what did you say? And then he says, oh yeah, go ahead. Oh, Lourence got bullied into letting him draw the extra cards.
Sometimes that's the thing too. You want to be nice, and you know what I mean.
No,
time,
no. I'll tell you how nice I was. It was only Battle Roads. It's like Spring Battle Roads doesn't even matter. And I was like, no, you don't get to take back your attack. That's right, Ricky. I'm talking to you. I'm such a dick. Like, I don't expect people to be nice to me. If I didn't do something, I'm not even gonna ask. You know?
Yeah.
But like, if they make a mistake, I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. You'll take your lessons. You'll take your hard knocks, just like the rest of us took. At one point or another, everybody has been denied.
Yeah.
And
oh no, it's true. When I was at Nationals, or it wasn't Nationals. No, I was in Cities. I think Washington. At the time, I was playing Ken's deck. I was like, no, there's too many Landers. I didn't want to play Eels, so he let me borrow his like Terrakion deck at the time. So I was playing it, and I like never play it right in so long. So I was starting to say, I was like, I'm going to use Land Crush. They told me because I said the first 3 letters, I had to use that attack.
No.
And lost me the game.
No,
yeah.
that one I would let slide because you didn't finish
and I
it.
judged it too, and they're like, well, apparently you said the attack. And I was like, I didn't say the whole word.
Yeah, that one is on like gray areas, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he V-creates, takes out the Registeel. That's 2 prizes. And I don't think there's anything Ryan can do because Lourence has attackers.
Not 5 prizes. Anyway.
Well, the only thing he can do is he can kill the Zekrom somehow and hope that Lourence doesn't have another Pokemon to V-create again.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he can do.
How many cards is left? Oh, no, he hasn't played another Rayquaza, though, and it's not in his list.
He hasn't played a lot of Pokemons. He has like 2 Rayquazas, 1 Raikou, and other stuff, and I think he scoops
here. And he only has 1 prize, so it's somewhere in there.
Oh, no, he plays an N. Never mind. I thought he was scooping. But never give up, never surrender.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you kind of have to at this point, you know what I mean? If he loses, that's it. I mean, he's got to kind of do whatever he can to see if he can at least play.
I mean, why bother scooping? So you might as well play it out in full. Exactly. Lourence is down to 1 card, and
there's always a chance,
There's always a chance. Oh, he's going to catch up a Neil. I think he's buying time. Take that. 20. Pow pow. I will kill you in 5 turns. Don't you worry. And Lourence Tropical Beach, and I think that's going to come back to haunt Ryan there. The fact that he played down that Tropical Beach to get rid of that Sky Arrow ends Lourence down to 1, and Lourence can use that Tropical Beach. He has all the time in the world. He has like, what, 5 prizes? Yeah, he has all the time in the world to draw into what he needs, and he can always Tropical Beach every turn now. So that really slick looking play ended up kicking him in the butt, coming back to bite him. Gesundheit.
Sorry, my window's open. I think there's a pollen outside.
Oh, you have hay fever?
No, not really. There's just like this one type of pollen every once in a while that comes around and it bugs my nose. That's all. Did he pass? No, there we go. And he just goes, yeah.
He basically gave up on there at that point.
Yeah, he just attaches, kills it, and brings up the team.
Yeah, so he's scooping there. He looked at his prizes, and that's the end of this game. So congratulations to Lourence. He's going to proceed on to top 8, and a very good game by Ryan. He, unfortunately, I think he lost in the, well, he did lose in top 16, and I think his brother also lost in top 16, unfortunately. Both brothers actually made it, which is great, but neither of them managed to advance, and that was that. Alright, well, thanks again, guys, for joining us. I will close that thing. And we'll see you guys next time, where we will be checking out a match in the top 8. Catch us there.
Ooh.